All right, so today I'm going to show you how to download Eclipse Integrated Development Environment, or IDE. And basically that's the place where you write your code and then you can run your code and you can do a lot of different stuff with it. So the Integrated Development Environment has a lot of tools for developing in Java, but you can do other languages too. And you can do other integrated development environments, but I'm going to use Eclipse. So I just did a search on Eclipse download. I'm going to hit this download. And there we go, hit that. And then one more page, hit that. And here we go, it's downloading. You can see it down here in the corner. Scanning for viruses, there should not be any. Open file. There we go. Eclipse installer. So ironically, there's an Eclipse installer, but if you look into your add remove programs on Windows, you just delete the program. You don't actually add it, or you don't actually install it or uninstall it. All right, so we can do this Eclipse IDE for Java developers, but I'm going to do the Eclipse IDE for enterprise Java developers because sometimes I like to do web stuff. All right, but for this YouTube series, either one of them will work. All right, now you might have this is the JRE that you downloaded in the last video, or you might already have it on your computer. I like to use the JDK, right? So I have my JDK. It gives me a little more options, but both will definitely work for the video series. Let's go ahead and hit install. So the install, sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's slow. Sometimes it pauses right here and you get a warning saying this is taking longer than expected. Don't worry about that. It will just, it will finish. You just have to wait a little bit. All right, now I'm going to launch. This is going to bring up my integrated development environment, and it's already pointing to my Java development kit. So we should be able to make something and compile it. So this is the default workspace that it's selected for me. I'm going to pick another one. So I'm going to go back to my user account, and I made one specifically for YouTube, workspace YouTube. There we go. And I hit launch. So it won't take that long to come up. It'll take longer the first time because a lot of times you're initializing your directories and stuff like that. All right, so now we have this right here. Let me shrink this down, and I'm going to expand this out. This is your welcome screen. You can go ahead and create a new project. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to go to File and hit New, and then I'm going to do this general project right here, right? And then I'm going to pick Java project. I'll hit my next. Nice, and then I'll have my project name, and I'm going to call this my project, and I'll say 01. That looks good. So our execution environment is this Java SE 1.8. And I'm going to, and you can change stuff too. So it shows you a lot of different stuff. Just don't get too brave with trying some of these out, because sometimes when you pick something that doesn't work, it can be hard to undo. Let me go to finish. And I'm going to open the perspective. So you have different perspectives based on whether you're doing debugging, enterprise stuff, or regular Java projects. And I'm just going to do this regular Java project one. I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to see the library, the JRE library that it's going to use. So there's a lot of jars in here. And here is where my classes are going to go for my project. So go to your source right here, right click, and let's add a class. Okay, so we have a class, and I'm going to call this my first class. And here, this package, maybe we should give it a package. Let's call this video 2. All right, now I don't need to inherit anything, but check this public static void main, and that way we can run this Java project right from this class. So we'll say finish. And now we have our very first Java class. Let me see if I can make that a little bigger. All right, we get this little to-do comment. So these 2 slashes, these are comments, and the Java interpreter or the Java compiler just skips right over them. So I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to write a little message. I say system out, print line, hello world. Exclamation, because it's exciting. All right, now save it, right click, go down to run as Java application. And now you'll get the little hello world in the console. So you have your very first Java program. We checked it out. It's running. Everything is good. So if you had any problems, leave comments and I'll try and help you out. All right, so I'll see you in the next video and we'll start doing some real Java programming.